being here in Hawaii for the training camps?
Very easy to get loose. It's a beautiful venue, vibe. Obviously, we're here to work, prepare for the season, take advantage of these 4 or 5 days we have here, including the game. Very motivated to, you know, and excited to get back to work. So it's a beautiful view to wake up to, and then when we're in the gym, we can get to work.
Is it a nice change of pace from being in the Bay for training camps and obviously the summer that you had being away in Paris? It's kind of a change of scenery for you.
I was honestly sick of traveling from the summer, but this is not a bad vibe for sure. We haven't done this before in the 16 years I've been here. I know they used to do it before I got drafted. I think they played the Lakers a couple years. So, yeah, it is nice just to get away from our facility for a week to start, especially with a lot of new people. So we're going to, and their families too, which is cool.
What do you take away from that first practice? What do you take away from the first practice?
Just good energy. There's not much you can really take away per se. It's just a matter of trying to learn as much with the few installs that we put on defense and offense. Guys compete. You got to get your chemistry with talking. That's a big vibe for us, especially the young guys coming in to find their voice. Us vets being able to set the tone. So I think we checked that box, but we got marginally better just by trying to focus on the things we were learning on both ends, and we'll build off of that.
You've had almost the perfect backcourt partner starting next to you for a decade. Obviously, he's gone now. One of the stories of this campus, who's going to emerge as the starting two. What do you like? What's ideal for you as a starting backcourt mate next year?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
That was nice. I like how you put that. That was good. I think we have options, obviously. We have a defensive-minded guy like Melton. You got a guy that's kind of a connector, can put the ball on the floor, create with BP. Obviously, me and BP started a couple times last year. You got Buddy who can shoot, space the floor, veteran who knows how to play. We got a lot of options. I don't know, and how with the backcourt in combination with our front court with size and versatility, there's a lot of things that we got to figure out this camp. To summarize it, I like where we're at with our options though, because I know with this roster we're going to have a lot of different takes on it as we go through the season, and I'm confident that we can adjust depending on who gets that role.
You've been in the league for such a lustrous year. Just what continues to keep you motivated? What continues to keep you going, despite all the success that you've had in the year?
Well, the success comes from just staying hungry, just and enjoying basketball. Like, I love the place. It's my happy place. Besides being at home with my family, this is where I found the most joy. So there's an appreciation knowing that the game will end at some point, hopefully not too soon, but I get motivated by just trying to get the most out of it I can. I love the work. I love the camaraderie. I love the competition. The business of the game is heavy as you get deeper into your career with the expectations, but when you get into a season, this is the fun part, so I enjoy it.
What makes Melton such a good defender?
Mindset. I think he built his identity around it. He has the skill set, obviously, wingspan and foot speed, IQ. But there's a lot of guys that just hang their hat on being a defensive-minded guy and knowing that that's how they can help a team win. And I know he works on it mentally and physically to be able to do it. I know he just wants to be healthy and showcase who exactly he can be on that end of the floor.
How special is it to know that Hawaii doesn't have an NBA team, and you guys will probably be the only chance here on the islands that they get to see an NBA game?
I think it's cool. Not just the NBA has done a great job of taking teams all over the world. Denver and somebody else, Minnesota maybe, I think are in Abu Dhabi. You've had games in China, you've had games in Europe, you've had games in Mexico, here in the States, or here in Hawaii. So it's great to open up our fan base, the team, like you said, the community that doesn't get the chance to see 41 games a year. So hopefully there'll be great energy in that building.
How do you feel your leadership has evolved throughout the years with just not only just keeping yourself at a high pace, but also mentoring the other guys as well?
Just giving them what I know, being an open resource. Again, setting the tone in practices and film sessions and games to try to raise the level of competition. And again, I play with joy, I smile, I have fun, try to create an environment where people feel welcome. And I think that goes a long way.
But Jeff's talking about taking like 8 to 10 threes per game, you know, and handling the ball more. How ready do you think he is for, you know, I guess those opportunities that are vacant right now?
Yeah, I think obviously with Clay gone, how many he took a game, I think the math, you want to be able to fill that at an efficient clip. It is, again, a mindset thing to come in that's, you know, looking for those type of shots, being confident, the ball swings at you, and you're open, the game says shoot, you shoot. We live with the results, you put the work in, try not to overcomplicate possessions. You know, the first good look you get, you should take, and, you know, for him being in that position, whether he's creating off the dribble or, you know, the game is creating it for him, knock it down. That's what you're here to do.
How do you view your Olympic experience in retrospect, a couple months now removed? And you mentioned being a little travel weary, but just how do you feel coming into camp?
I mean, all the things I did this summer, I am rested and rejuvenated. The Olympic experience was great. I'm glad I did it. I built such a great bond with those 11 other guys, coaching staff that I got to play with and be with for 6 weeks. Thankfully, we got it done. It was a storybook ending for sure, something I'll remember forever. And I think it's just good momentum to build off of, you know, personally to, again, get the most out of this game that I can, you know, coming into my 16th year. It's easy to find motivation through that. And I even brought my medal with me, so I keep it on me.
You're coming into your 16th year. I know that the three-point line has been your key to your success as far as also your mid-range game. You know, the NBA is obviously faster pace offense and whatnot. Just what do you feel you just have to either adjust, or just how do you want to innovate just these days?
Just do what I do well, even better, even more efficiently. It does get harder as you get older. The 82 games is a lot, and what goes into it, you got a lot of miles on you, but that is you have to meet that threshold that I have for myself, the expectations I have for myself. So it doesn't mean a certain stat line. It just means the level of efficiency and a high level of impact that, you know, dictates or impacts winning. And I don't need to do anything special. Just understand what this team needs me to do to help us win. And that's not just putting the ball in the basket. That's everything else and the intangibles of, you know, just being a leader, being aware of what's going on.
Steve
What
talked
dynamic
about.
has Terry brought to the coaching staff and the offense?
Yeah, that'll evolve as we go through camp. I know the coaches have been grinding in the room, coaches' room, talking about adjustments we can make and different sets you can put in and all that. He hasn't talked much in practice just because we just got here and just got into it, but I think you trust his experience, you trust, you know, his kind of viewpoint in the game, and when he talks, you listen. So as we get deeper into camp, as we get closer to opening night, I'm sure I'll have more, you know, to attribute to him because we need it.
One of the adjustments that Steve talked about was implementing more sets within the offense instead of maybe the organized chaos that you guys have played with for so long. You've kind of been a big spearheader in that. How much of an adjustment do you imagine it would be for yourself to kind of play through more like concrete sets?
I think we obviously, I've said it plenty of times, we need to evolve with how we're featuring the talent that we have on this team. You know, this is the roster we have, and I think we have enough just putting guys in the right places to be successful and leveraging, you know, what's worked within our system over the years. So there's a fine balance there. I trust, you know, myself to whatever the play call is. whatever position we put certain guys in and feature them, that I'll still get looks. I'll still be able to get to your pet actions and stuff like that, because it has proven, successful, but it's not the only thing you can do. So I don't know what it's going to look like come game 1, come game 10, whatever, but just, again, giving yourself to the team. It starts with me, all of Draymond, all the way down, because you can't do the same thing and expect, like I said it last year, expect a different result. So we got to be open to changes.
You mentioned it
Two
being
more
your-
questions. Go ahead.
You mentioned it being your 16th year in the NBA. I know it probably seems like it was just yesterday when you got into the league, but just what it feels for you to continue to be in Golden State and continue to play like this.
I'm blessed, man. Like, I've had a great experience and journey being here for these many years, seeing all the different iterations of this team, 4 different coaches, championships and all the other things that happen in between. Like I said, I feel like we have a lot more left in the tank, and myself included, to go try to win at the highest level. I'm up for the challenge, and to be able to do it for one franchise means the world. So I'm hoping that I can accomplish that as we go, down the stretch of my career.
What's the most interesting fact you've learned about one of your new teammates? Anything catch you off guard?
Nothing caught me off guard. I went to a Mets game this summer, and Kyle Anderson was sitting right behind the third base dugout. I didn't know he was a huge Mets fan. He goes to a bunch of games in the offseason. They put me on the Jumbotron, and then he texted me like, "Yo, I didn't know you was here watching my team." So, yeah, you get to know guys' backgrounds a little bit. That was a fun way to figure it out. He was at the game, and he called me up.